That is delicious. Good evening and welcome to the Boisterous Cock Farmstead. So recently I've been doing a lot of bread baking, and if you haven't seen the lead up, I've never actually done any bread baking myself, though I did grow up. My mother made bread when I was young, when we lived over in Germany, and I can just remember going up to the corner bakery in the little German town that we lived in and getting fresh bread, and just the smells and the sounds of fresh bread. It really does just take me to a great place for me personally. And now that I have a son and I'm married, and we've got a house that now we've gotten enough construction done to where it's a fully operational kitchen, and I've just really enjoyed taking a little bit of time off. I've had my parents came to visit for Christmas. My wife's mother just recently came, and actually she was here during this whole baking period. And I've just taken a step away from the house to recharge and indulge a little bit in why it is that I'm actually working so hard to get this house done, and just really enjoy the house and our family and the little moments of just interacting with my son that are temporary. He'll never be this age again. And so I'm just trying to be in the moment and enjoy it for what it is while it lasts. And this season is a slow season and a thoughtful season for me. And here pretty soon I'll start working on the house again. But one of the things that I've chosen to do during this period of time is actually to bake bread. And again, I've never baked bread before, but I pride myself on being able to follow instruction, and that's pretty much what bread baking is following instruction is probably 85 to 90% of it. There is some technique to it that'll take a little bit of time to gain the experience to where I can do things a little bit better, manage my time a little bit better as far as rising and things like that. So I've gone through several different recipes. Some of them I did not film, but I do have some still shots, and I'll place those throughout the video here. And but it's just been really fun. It's been delicious, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys are interested in any of the recipes that I use, please drop a comment down in the comment section, and I'd be more than happy to talk about those things. But some of them are just, I took a few different ideas and I just kind of made some of them my own. Other ones I followed, to the T. And with that, I will just kind of show you some of the different loaves that I've been working on. So this one actually came out of the oven less than an hour ago, and this is probably my favorite looking loaf that I've made. I haven't tasted it yet, so it is primarily just a rustic white loaf. There is a little bit of whole wheat in here. This is the whole wheat that I ground myself. This is not store-bought whole wheat, and most of the whole wheat loaves that I have recently made, there's been a little bit of an issue with the rise from that whole wheat. I did make one that was all of the whole wheat that I ground. There was no all-purpose, there was no bread flour added to it, and that one was a much denser loaf, still very good, but it didn't have these air pockets like this bread has. I mean, this one's, I can stick my finger through that one. It's so airy. So one thing that I did do is, after baking with it a couple different times, I took the remaining flour and milled it back down into a finer flour, and that flour actually seemed to perform a little bit better. So the coarser grind was not quite as glutinous, didn't rise as much as the finer grind that I ended up doing. So I'll be doing some more. I've used up all the flour that I ground up the other day, so I'll have to make some more. And the next thing I think I'm going to actually try to do is to sprout some barley and then let it dry, and then grind that up into a flour, which is called a malted flour. And there are a few recipes that I want to try that actually call for a malted flour. One of them is actually a baguette recipe that's from the same YouTube chef baker that I got this recipe here from. So I'm going to put some butter on this and take a bite and enjoy this bread. That is delicious. This is like the perfect mixture of very soft, spongy inside and crisp crust outside. I might eat this whole loaf tonight. It is that good. Wow. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate it. Please click the bell notification so that you're notified when we have new videos released. And as always, thanks for joining us, and God bless.